Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network proudly presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 2016 season is on the air. Today's date is August 2nd, 2016. We have 2 months left in the regular season of the campaign. A new month and lots of good things, good games are scheduled. We got a good one today. We are at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field as the Miami Marlins will take on the Chicago Cubs. The Marlins come into this game a record of 59-47. They are at this moment a good 4 games back of the Nationals for first. The Mets are in third place. They trail the Marlins by 3.5 games for second. Remember, top 2 teams will get into the postseason. The Chicago Cubs are the number 1 team in the National League. They are 68-37. As a matter of fact, they're the number 1 team in baseball. So they have the number 1 record overall at the moment. They lead the Pittsburgh Pirates by 12 games in the National League Central. So right now the Cubs are running away with the National League Central, and I don't see that really changing much, okay? The Cubs were one heck of a team in 2016. The Marlins are overachieving a little bit due to FastScore, but they had a winning record at this time until they fell apart later, and of course, Jose Fernandez's passing in the last week of September. But we are not there yet, and he is on the mound tonight. So let's find out and see what happens. Brian Patterson and Brian B are first to join us here at Wrigley Field. Welcome to COVID Central. And yes, as you can see, I am masked. So I still have, unfortunately, COVID is still kicking my butt. And even today, I didn't feel much better. As a matter of fact, this morning when I woke up, I actually felt a little worse. So right now, this is a much different go-around with this virus as I try to fight it and try to get cleared so I can get my butt back to work. But it is good to see everybody here. Don't worry, I'm masked. You're not going to get COVID through the internet, at least not that I know of. The Cubs historically won this game 3-2. Both teams had 9 hits. The Cubs had an error. But so it was a pitcher's duel pretty much tonight. But let's see what Inside Pitch has to say as we get to tonight's game. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs tonight is Jason Hammel. Good year, 15 wins, 10 losses, a 3.83 ERA, 144 strikeouts, and 53 walks in 2016. We are at Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field adds 3 to strikeouts and adds 1 to walks. A 242 batting average, 132 home runs. I kind of call that almost a pitcher's park. When was the last time you really heard Wrigley being a pitcher's park? But I'm going to say it's a little bit pitcher's park. Maybe neutral, but favoring pitchers. I guess that's one way I could say it. Woodman 564 joins us here at Wrigley Field. So, we're all set to play some big-time baseball tonight. We are starting the month of August. Let's get right to it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Marlins will be the catcher. That doesn't happen very often. JT Realmuto, 303 average, 11 homers, and 48 RBIs. A young JT Realmuto. Right now, he is one of the best catchers in the league. Rare that you have a catcher actually leading off a game. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Cubs are the home team. Everyone is set and ready. A big game between the Fish and the Cubs here for the National League. Marlins trailing the Nationals. They lead the Mets. Cubs leading everybody. Let's see what happens tonight. Hammel, 4-2, strikeout 1, and he'll get Realmuto just like that. And that is the first strikeout for Jason Hammel. 1 down, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Martin Prado. He had a good year in 16 as well. 305 average, 8 homers, 75 RBIs that season. Hammel with the deal. 5-3 against a righty walk, and that 3 will be ball 4. So Hammel will go ahead and walk Prado. First walk of the game given up by Hammel. And now the left fielder, Christian Yelich. He also had a good year in 16. This Marlins team just fell apart late. This was a decent ball club that didn't finish with a winning record. 298 average, 21 homers, 98 RBIs in 16. Infield is at double play. Keith W. Long Underdue joins us here at Wrigley Field. And yes, there are plenty of seats available. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 10. Hammel, 6'3", against the lefty. That is a blank. Yelich, 6'3". That's a fly ball to center field. Getting after that will be Dexter Fowler. He'll come in there and get it for out number 2. 2 outs. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. 240 average, 27 homers, 74 RBIs. Giancarlo Stanton. I don't know what his legacy is going to be. He was on his way to probably hitting 500 home runs, and he probably still will. But will he get in the Hall of Fame even with 500 home runs? He's never really been able to stay healthy. I don't know. Strategy roll. That is a 2. Prado will stay put. Hammel, 5'5". That's a wild pitch. That's 20. It'll be ball 1. So Hammel will not throw a wild one. He'll try again. 1-3. Error on a grounder. Stanton, 3-4. That's going to be a fly ball to center once again. And once again, Fowler will get to it and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk, and we will go to the bottom of the first. As Clee Baseball fan joins us here at Wrigley Field. Keith W. Long Underdue. You'll have to forgive me. I don't think I know that name, but obviously maybe you're somebody else that went ahead and changed the name on me. So have you been in the chat? I know for a fact that name's never been in my chat. And if you are new, please, I welcome you absolutely. Starting pitcher for the Miami Marlins, the Jose Fernandez. He was definitely walking a Hall of Fame path until his passing. Had a good year in 2016. 16 wins, 8 losses, a 2.86 ERA, 253 strikeouts, and 49 walks. May he rest in peace, and he did not have to go the way he did. So let's go ahead and get to the bottom of the first. And by the way, yes, Clee Baseball fan, congratulations on completing your 2007 Stratomatic project. I am very pleased and proud as punch that you went ahead and did that. Thomas Bartlett joins us here now at Wrigley Field. Leading off for the Cubs will be center fielder Dexter Fowler. 276 average, 13 homers, 48 RBIs in 16. Fernandez, he will pitch. 6'3", wild pitch, ball 1. 5'3", and against the switch left, that will be a blank. Fowler, 2-5, and that's a single. He'll hit that one into left field, and that will be a leadoff base hit for Fowler. As you can tell, I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather due to the COVID. You was Keith White. All right, now I know. Okay there, my good man. So as I am, as you can see, I have a mask on in the chat there. So please, everybody, make sure that you are masked. Although I don't think you will get COVID through the internet. At least I haven't heard that one yet. Infield goes a double play depth. Next batter for the Cubs will be the catcher, Wilson Contreras. 282 average, 12 homers, 35 RBIs. Anything on the strat? That is a 4, and no, nothing will happen. Fowler will stay put. Fernandez, 5'2", strikeout plus, and he'll get Contreras swinging at air and struck him out. First strikeout for Fernandez. 1 out. And now we'll see the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. 292 average, 32 homers, 109 RBIs. Anything on the strat? Nothing on the 11. Fowler will stay put. Fernandez, 3-6, strikeout plus. That 16 will get Rizzo with not a problem at all, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Fernandez. And I'll be honest, as a Marlins, I'm a Mets fan, of course, but living here in Florida, I am a Marlins fan as well. And watching Fernandez pitch was actually a lot of fun. Next batter for the Cubs will be second baseman Ben Zobrist. 272 average, 18 homers, 76 RBIs. Strategy roll. That is a 2. Fowler not going anywhere. Fernandez, 4-6, range play. Zobrist, 5-3. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Martin Prado. His range is a 3, and he won't get it. That's going to get past him, and that'll be a base hit. Fowler with 2 outs. Fowler with 2 outs. A base hit past third. Nope, he will not make third base. He still has to hold at second. His base running rating is a 5 with 2 outs. Needs to be a 6 in order for him to get to third, and he will stay put. But that brings up another batter for the Cubs, and that will be Jason Hayward, the right fielder. 230 average, 7 homers, and 49 RBI. So now runners at first and second as Fowler stayed put right where he is. And let's see if we have anything on the strategy. Nothing on the 9. Bottom of the first, no score. Fernandez in some trouble. Fernandez, 1-1 against the lefty. That's a blank. Howard, 4-1, and he popped that up in the infield. That's a pop fly ball to second. Derek Dietrich is going to get to that one, and he will make the catch and retire the side. No runs on 2 hits. Couple stranded. No score after 1 here at the friendly confines. As a Mets fan, of course, I need the Cubs to beat the Marlins in this game and then hope for some good 10-minute ticker. But, of course, you know I play both teams as neutral as possible. Top of the second, leading off for the Marlins will be the center fielder, Marcell Ozuna. 266 average, 23 homers, 76 RBIs, and 16. Hammel with the pitch. 1-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Ozuna, 2-3, and that's a single into right field. That'll be a base hit. And that's the first hit of the game for the Fish. And Ozuna will hold there. Next batter, the second baseman, Derek Dietrich. 279 average, 7 homers, 42 RBIs. Infield a double play depth. Ozuna probably not going to do anything, and he won't. He had no stolen bases in 16. Hammel, 1-2 against the lefty. That's a walk plus, and that 17 will walk Dietrich. So now the Marlins have something going on here with runners at first and second. First walk issued by Hammel. And now the batter will be the first baseman, Chris Johnson. A 222 average, 5 homers, 24 RBIs. Strategy, nothing on the 18. Actually, Johnson does get the bunt sign, but he'll swing away with runners at first and second. Hammel, 1-3, error on a grounder. Johnson, 5-3. That's a single into left field. That'll be a base hit. Left fielder is Chris Coughlin. His error rating is a 0, so there won't be an error out there. No, it's normal runner advancement. Ozuna, base runner 3. Single to left, +2, a 1-5. He will score, and he will. Ozuna will come around from second, and he will score. That is a 1. Dietrich will automatically take third. Johnson, and he will hold at first base, though. 1-0 Marlins. As Johnson gets a base hit in the left, and that brings Dietrich automatically to third. Johnson does hold at first base. And now nobody out, and the Marlins on the board. And the next batter will be the shortstop, Adeiny Hechavarria. 236 average, 3 homers, 38 RBIs. Infield will be called in. Already 1-0 Marlins. And nothing on the 7, nobody moving. Hammel will go ahead and pitch. Hammel, 4-5. Home run result against the righty. Hechavarria needs a 2. That is a 2. He only had 3 home runs in 2016. I don't think it was one of the games, but he got it here. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Adeiny Hechavarria. Stadium groans. A 3-run bomb by Hechavarria, and that's going to give the Marlins a 4-0 lead here in the top of the second. Did not hit many of them, but he will there. And Adeiny comes through to put the Marlins up 4-0. And now they'll bring up the pitcher, Jose Fernandez. And he can hit the ball. 250 average and 6 RBIs in 16. And still, nobody out here on the top of the second. Hammel with the pitch. 3-1, wild pitch. Ball 1. Hammel, 4-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Fernandez, 3-2, and that's a fly ball to left field. Chris Coughlin will this time have room for that, and he'll make the play. 1 out. Next batter is Real Muto, and he's 0 for 1. Hammel, he'll go ahead and pitch. Hammel, 5-5, wild pitch, ball 1. He'll do it again. 3-4, home run chance, righty, 1-5. The 1 is good. Against the righty, Real Muto needs a 7. Hammel put it over the plate. And Real Muto just sent it out of the park. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is heading deep to center field. They're not getting that one either. That's gone. Home run, JT Realmuto. Stadium groans. Hammel this time goes ahead and pitches Realmuto a meatball. He turns that into lasagna. It's 5-0 Fish. They're going to go talk to Jason Hammel on the mound for a moment, see what's up. And he says, I can still go here. You guys got plenty of game here to get back into it. Here's Prado. Prado walked his first time up. 1 out here, top of the second. Hammel, 1-3. That's an error on a grounder. Prado, 4-3. That's a fly out to left. And it will be Coughlin getting to that play for the second out. Next up is Yelich. Yelich is 0 for 1. Hammel goes ahead, and he will pitch. 5-2. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 6-1. And that's a fly ball to left as well. So all the outs are going to get taken care of by Chris Coughlin, and he will make all of them. 5 runs on 4 hits, a 3-run bomb by Adeiny Hechavarria, and a solo shot by Realmuto. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. So now Jose Fernandez has a 5-run lead to work with. Leading off for the Cubs will be the shortstop, Addison Russell. 238 average, 21 homers, 95 RBIs in 16. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Wrigley Field. Fernandez, 3-6, strikeout plus, that 20. Yep, that's going to get him out. Russell be 9 plus 3 is a 12, but a strikeout plus will make him a 22. And he got him. Strikeout number 3 for Fernandez. 1 out. One away, and the batter will be the left fielder, Chris Coughlin. 188 average, 6 homers, and 30 RBIs. Coughlin was with the Oakland Athletics early in 2016. He is now on the Cubs for the rest of the year. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. Remember, we're now in August, so the trade deadline has passed. So some players you will see now on other teams. Fernandez, 3-2, strikeout 18. That's going to miss. Coughlin, 3-1. That's a fly out to left, and Christian Yelich will come in a little bit, and he'll get it for out number 2. 2 outs, and now that'll bring up Javier Baez. He's at third base for this game. 273 average, 14 homers, 59 RBIs. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. Fernandez, 3-6, strikeout plus 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. And 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs, and it is 5-0 after 2. The sad thing is that if the Miami Marlins do make the postseason, they will not have Jose Fernandez with them. Top of the third, leading off for the Fish will be Giancarlo Stanton, and he's 0 for 1. Hammel, he'll stay out there and pitch. Hammel, 4-1, strikeout 7. He'll get Stanton on that. And that is the second strikeout for Hammel. Next up is Ozuna. Ozuna got a base hit his first time up. Hammel, 1-3, error on a grounder. Ozuna, 4-2. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 7 against the righty. That's going to be a double for Ozuna. Left fielder is Coghlan, but again, he has no error rating. His error rating is a 0, so he will go ahead and corral it and get it in there. But Ozuna will wind up on second base, and that's his second hit of the game. And now the batter is Dietrich, and Dietrich walked his first time up. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Hammel off to a tough start. Hammel, 3-5, range play. Dietrich, 5-5. That's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Zobrist. His range, the infield is back. His range is a 3. And he won't get it. It'll be a base hit. Right past him. Ozuna, base runner 3. That will be enough for him. He will come around. He will score. It's 6-0 Marlins. Stadium groans. RBI single by Dietrich. And right now the Marlins are putting a hurt on the Cubs. And the bullpen is now active, hoping that Hammel can get out the inning. Here's Johnson. He's 1 for 1. Infield is now with double play depth. David Vega joins us here at Wrigley Field. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Dietrich will go ahead and stay where he is. Hammel with the pitch. 3-6, strikeout plus. The 16 will get Johnson. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Hammel. And now here's Hechavarria. Hechavarria with a 3-run bomb his first time up. 6-0 here. Nothing on the 4. Dietrich stays put. Hammel will go ahead and pitch. Hammel, 3-6, strikeout plus. The 20 is high. Hechavarria, 2-3, and that is a ground ball to second base. Zobrist will get to that one, and he will toss it over and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. An RBI single by Dietrich, and the Marlins have a 6-0 lead here going into the bottom of inning 3. Let me see what we got here. Progressive Field is the house that Cleveland voters, drinkers, and cigarette smokers built. Let me ask you a question, Tim. Would you rather have the mistake by the lake? I kind of think that Progressive Field is gorgeous. I think that's a beautiful stadium. You know, I understand there's a lot of history at the mistake by the lake. Most of it bad, but at least you know. At least. Bottom of the 3rd inning, leading off for the Cubs is the pitcher Jason Hammel. He actually hit 246 in 2016 and 7 RBIs. They're gonna, you know what? It's a 2016. I understand you're down 6-0. Do you go to the bullpen now? Maybe give him 1 more inning. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. Fernandez, 1-2, strikeout plus, and Hammel goes high. The ball goes low. Struck him out, and that is strikeout number 5 for Fernandez. Next up is Fowler. Fowler got a base hit his first time up. No for Municipal Stadium. I thought you'd say that. Fernandez, 3-6, strikeout plus. That 18 will get Fowler. Struck him out. Strikeout number 6 for Jose. And now a chance for Contreras. Contreras is 0 for 1. Fernandez, they'll go ahead and pitch. Fernandez, 3-1. That is a blank. Contreras, 5-5. That ball's hit to left field. That is a 9, and that's going to be a double against a right-handed pitcher. So Contreras hits that one. It'll go into the ivy. It'll bounce off the wall there. But Contreras will get a 2-out double. And we'll give Rizzo a chance. Rizzo 0 for 1. Strategy roll still active. Nothing on the 4. Contreras will stay at second base. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. Fernandez, 3-6, strikeout plus, swing and a miss. Strikeout, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 7 for Fernandez. He struck out the side. no run and a hit, and is 6-0 Fish after 3. TV timeout as announcer boy has to get a quick drink. Still nursing COVID, guys. Have to lock the door. After all, I don't want Steeler fan to come and try to steal my mom. You know, Matt. He's a big time ladies man. We're going to the top of the 4th. Fish leads 6-0. And right now, the Cubs are just not getting it tonight at the moment. But, of course, we all know that no lead is safe at inside pitch. Jose Fernandez will lead off for the Fish. He's 0 for 1. And they're going to let Hammel try to get through one more inning here. Hammel, 4-2, strikeout, and he will get Fernandez. That's a called strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Hammel, 1 away. As Fernandez didn't swing at it, but it was a fine pitch. Here's Real Muta, 1 for 2 with a bomb his last time up. Hammel, he'll go ahead and deal. Hammel, 4-1, strikeout. The 14 is high. Real Muto, 5-4. That's a ground ball to second base. Zobrist will collect that and toss it over. Next batter is Prado. Prado is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hammel, he'll go ahead and pitch. Hammel, 5-1. Error on a throw. Prado, 6-6 against a righty. That's going to be a deep fly ball to left field. But plenty of room there for Chris Coughlin, who's been getting a lot of plays out there. And he's going to make the catch and retire the side. A good inning for Jason Hammel as 1, 2, 3 go the Fish, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up for the Cubs will be Ben Zobrist, and he got a base hit his first time up. Fernandez, he will pitch. Fernandez, 4-5. Wild pitch, ball 1. Fernandez, 5-4. Strikeout plus. That 13 will get Zobrist, and that will be strikeout number 8 for Fernandez. He was dealing what could have been for him. Here is Hayward. Hayward is 0 for 1. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. 2-6 against the lefty. That is a home run result against the righty. Hayward needs a 4. The 20 is too high. Hayward, 6-3. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to left field. Going back for his Yelich. He's going to get near the ivy, but he will have plenty of room. And that's going to be out number 2. So fly out the left there, and here comes Russell. And Russell's 0 for 1. Fernandez goes ahead and pitches. Fernandez, 6-4. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 3-3. And that is a blank. We have a rare play with bases empty. Rare play, bases empty, and that is a 63. A 3-2 pitch called a ball for a walk. Pitcher argues call and gets thrown out of the game. You gotta be kidding me. A bad pitch. Russell will go to first on the walk, and Fernandez just got tossed. Holy cow. And yeah, Fernandez probably would, because he was a bit of a spark plug. He was a bit of a spark plug on the mound. So yeah, that would happen with him. So out goes Fernandez. If anybody could tell me what Jose Fernandez said to the umpire, because I wasn't looking at it, you'll have to let me know what he said. But the Fish need a pitcher. Coughlin will now come up to bat. He's 0 for 1. And they got left, right, right. I think the Marlins will stick with a righty here. Thing is you really need a pitcher that eats innings in this situation. But we'll see how long it can go. Coming on to pitch for the Marlins is going to be Kyle Barraclough. 6 wins, 3 losses, no saves, a 2.85 ERA. Barraclough will be the second Marlins pitcher. I'll see how long I can keep him in there. We got 2 outs. Probably not suited to the values of the network. Probably. You're probably right. So Russell on at first. Barraclough will now pitch to Coughlin here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Strategy rolls are still active and nothing happening. Barraclough will pitch 2-1. That is a blank. He's not tired. Coughlin 6-1. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. That'll be handled there by Hechavarria. He's going to throw to second to get Russell. And that will retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. And Fernandez gets an ejection. But I'm still going to give him the win if this game holds as it is. 6-0 after 4. Probably not suited to the values of the network. What are you talking about? What values does this network have? I got no values. What are you talking about? Go to the top of the 5th. And Christian Yelich is going to lead off. And actually, Hammel is actually tired. That's going to be it for Hammel. They're going to take him out of the game, even though he was due to bat second. They're going to take him out of the game. That'll be it for him. As the Cubs will go to the bullpen. They got a lefty and 2 righties coming up. So let's see who the Cubs are going to bring on to pitch. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Pedro Strop. 2 wins, 2 losses, no saves, a 2.85 ERA. Strop will come on to be the second Cubs pitcher. Top of the 5th inning, 6-0 Fish. Both pitchers are now out of the game. Strop will pitch. Strop, 2-1, strikeout 12. Yep, he got him. Called strike 3 on Yelich. And Yelich will go down for the first out. Next up is Stanton. Stanton is 0 for 2. If what Fernandez said were pretty, the sphincter police would shut you down. Oh, I believe that. Strop, 1-3, strikeout plus, and that 2 easily gets Stanton. Stanton is so far ahead of that pitch that the bat had already crossed the plate, and the ball didn't reach the plate yet. Struck him out, and that is strikeout, and that is the second strikeout for Strop. And now the batter is Ozuna. Ozuna having a good night, 2 for 2, a single and a double. Strop will go at Strop, probably a long Owen Strop. Okay. You had a very Strop-infected one. I believe it. You're probably right there, Keith. Strop, 1-6. Strikeout plus 10. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. An immaculate strikeout inning, and all 3 of the Marlins will go down. We will go to the bottom of the 5th. Barraclough will come back on the mound. He can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. They're going to let him pitch. Javier Baez leads off for the Cubs. He's 0 for 1. Barraclough, he'll go ahead and deal. Barraclough, 3-6, strikeout plus, and Baez swings it air. Struck him out. A lot of strikeouts already by these pitchers. Barraclough does have Special K, so he does strike out batters. Strop is going to come out of the game. The Cubs will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit will be, actually, I don't like using catchers in that situation, so it looks like it is going to be Chris Bryant. 292 average, 39 homers, 102 RBIs. Bryant will pinch hit for the pitcher. Bryant, I believe Bryant had the day off. Barraclough with the pitch. 1-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Bryant, 6-1, and that is a fly ball to center field. And Marcell Ozuna will go ahead and get that. 2 outs. Next batter is Fowler. Fowler 1 for 2 with a single. Barraclough, he will pitch. Barraclaw, 5-2. That's a walk, and that too is ball 4. So he will go ahead and walk Fowler. So Fowler takes first base. Next up is Contreras. Barraclaw is tired, but they're going to let him pitch. They're going to let him pitch here, try to finish out the inning. 6-0 Marlins. Strategy rolls are now off. Barraclaw will pitch straight. 4-4. Home run chance. Righty, though, a 0, not happening. Contreras, 6-1, and that's a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Hechavarria. He's got it. He's going to throw to first to get the slower Contreras, and that will do it. Nothing across except the walk for the Cubs. 6-0 Fish after 5. At least cussing in Spanish sounds better than cussing in English. I guess you're right. You're probably right about that. Derek Dietrich will lead off for Miami, and he is 1 for 1. He's got a single and a walk. And Cubs need a new pitcher, so they got left, right, right. So the Cubs are going to bring on a righty here. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs. So coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Joe Smith. 2 wins, 5 losses, 6 saves, a 3.46 ERA. Joe Smith was with the Los Angeles Angels early in the season. He is now on the Cubs for the rest of the year. And he can pitch the 4. So Joe Smith will pitch to Dietrich here in the top of the 6th. Smith, 4-4, strikeout 1, got him. Boy, they're striking out batters all over the place today. That's the 4th strikeout in a row on the Marlins, no matter who's on the mound. Next up is Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2 with a single. Smith, they'll go ahead and pitch. Smith, 4-6, strikeout 3, and he got him 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 5th strikeout in a row by Cubs pitching as Johnson goes down. And now Hechavarria. Hechavarria 1 for 2 with a bomb. Smith goes ahead and gets the signal. Now he will pitch. Smith, 2-2 against the righty. That is a blank. Hechavarria, 6-5. That's a ground ball right back to Smith. And he'll get that one with no problem. He'll underhand it to first. And it doesn't really get any easier than that. 1, 2, 3. Go the Fish. Holding on to a 6-0 lead. Into the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Leading off for the Cubs will be Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 2. Barraclaw is tired, but they're going to bring him and they're going to take him out as the Cubs have 2 lefties and a switch coming up. So the Marlins are going to go ahead and bring on a lefty, I think, in this case. And coming on to pitch for the Marlins will be Michael Dunn. 6 wins, 1 loss, no saves, a 3.40 ERA, 38 strikeouts, 11 walks in 16. Michael Dunn is the Marlins lefty specialist, at least for this game. He's the only lefty the Marlins have in the bullpen for this matchup. So Rizzo will bat. He is 0 for 2. Dunn, 5-3, strikeout 18. That will miss. Rizzo, 6-4, and he popped it up, pop out to second base. And Dietrich is calling for it. He'll get that one way as he waves everybody off. Zobrist is next, and he's 1 for 2. Dunn, they'll go ahead and pitch. Dunn, 2-5, error on a throw. Zobrist, 5-2, that's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Hechavarria. His error rating is a 6. That's a 15. He won't make an error. He will throw it to first and get the out, 2 away. And now the batter is Hayward. Hayward is 0 for 2. Cubs historically won this game 3-2, but the Marlins trying to get a little payback in this one. Dunn, 4-5, strikeout 7, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Cubs. As Dunn will go ahead and get Hayward, and it's 6-0 after 6. Over 40,000 strikeouts thrown out in 2016. Yeah. 2016 was definitely a strikeout year. It definitely was. That is true. So inside pitch is mimicking it pretty much. We go to the top of the 7th inning, 6-0 Fish. Michael Dunn will come out of the game. Marlins will go to the bench. Smith, he's going to stay out there and try to get another inning in. He is a righty, and there's 2 righties due. But let's see who the Marlins will bring up. And coming on to pinch hit for the Marlins will be the best Japanese player in baseball history, Ichiro Suzuki, 291 average, a homer, and 21 RBIs. Is he the best Japanese player in baseball history? Yes. Is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? Yes. Is he one of the greatest of all time? Yes. Smith with the pitch. Smith, 5-2, strikeout plus. But Suzuki is not going to be the greatest of all time on that at-bat as he strikes out. So Ichiro goes down on strikes, something he rarely actually does, but he will do it there. Real Muto is next. Smith is now tired. He will continue to pitch, though. They're going to let Smith continue to pitch. Real Muto accepts it. Smith, 5-3, strikeout 9. And, yep, called strike 3 on Real Muto. Nobody's swinging pretty good here, and he struck him out. Real Muto will go down on strikes. Now the batter is Prado. Prado is 0 for 2 with a walk. Real Muto, of course, has a bomb in the game. And that is the, let's see, that is the 7th strikeout in the last 8 at-bats for the Marlins. Cubs pitching, the bullpen doing the job. Smith with the pitch. Smith, 5-5, range play. Prado, 6-4, against the righty. It's a ground ball to third, and that ball is hit to Baez. His range is a 4. That is a 2. He'll take care of it with ease, throws to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Fish. Since the 3rd inning, the Cubs are shutting the Fish down. But the Fish have that 6-0 lead going into the bottom of inning 7. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. There are 2 juice places in the baseball in baseball. The Juice Can, Tropicana Field, and the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park. We're going to the Juice Box. Tomorrow night, we will be at Minute Maid Park for a huge American League matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. Martin Perez will pitch for the Rangers, and Dallas Keuchel will pitch for the Astros. It is a big game. The Rangers right now have a 2-game lead on the Astros and the Mariners for first in the AL West. The Mariners actually have a half-game lead on the Astros in second, and the Astros are in third. It is a big matchup tomorrow night. The Rangers and the Astros at Minute Maid Park. Martin Perez against Dallas Keuchel, and that should be a good matchup, and I'm pretty sure a Steeler fan will not want to miss that game. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Marlins lead the Cubs 6-0. Addison Russell, he will lead off. Marlins need a pitcher, and they got right, left, right coming up, so let's see who the Marlins are going to bring on to pitch. And coming on to pitch for the Marlins is going to be Fernando Rodney. 2 wins, 4 losses, 25 saves. a 3.44 ERA. Rodney is not the closer in this game. Ramos is actually still the closer. Of course, Rodney started the season with the Padres, but the trade was made now, so Rodney is now on the Marlins. Ryan Sullivan joins us here at Wrigley Field. Rodney will go ahead and he'll pitch. Rodney, 4-6. Walk plus, that 11 is ball 4. And Russell will trot to first. So Rodney walks the first batter he faces. And that's a second walk that Russell has had. Next batter is Coughlin. Question is, are we going to let him bat here with that 188? I don't think we will. Let's see. Coughlin, left field. And it is the 7th inning, so we will make a change. Although Coughlin, righty on lefty. You know what? Save it. You may need him for later. Coughlin's going to bat anyway. So Russell will stay on at first. Rodney will now pitch to Coughlin. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are off. Rodney, 3-1. Strikeout. The 14 will be a called strike 3 on Coughlin. He got him. Struck him out. Coughlin now 0 for 3 tonight. And the batter now will be Baez. Baez is 0 for 2. Russell on at first. Marlins holding on to a 6-0 lead. Rodney, 3-6. Strikeout plus. He got Baez. Another strikeout here in the ball game. And 2 outs, and now a pinch hitter coming in for Joe Smith. As the Cubs will go to the bench. Michael Silva joins us here at Wrigley Field. The Silva, I should say. The guy that makes all those awesome ballparks for out of the park. Let's see. Pinch hitter coming in, and it's going to be Matt Caesar. 259 average, 5 homers, 24 RBIs. He will pinch hit for Joe Smith. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, 6-0 Fish here. Russell on at first. Rodney, he'll pitch. Rodney, 2-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-6. The 16 is too high. Scherzer, 6-6. And against the righty, though, he will get a base hit as he slaps it past short. Russell does not have the speed. He'll automatically hold at second base. Even with 2 outs, he'll stay there. But it does keep the inning alive. So a single, pinch hit single by Caesar. The batter now will be Fowler. Rodney is tired, but they're going to let him pitch. Russell on at second. Caesar on at first. Bottom of the 7th. Cubs trying to get back into this game. The Marlins have been doing it with the long ball. Rodney looking on, and he'll pitch. Rodney, 6-1. Against the switch left. That's a home run result against the righty. Fowler needs a 7. The 11 is too high. 3-5, but it's a base hit past third base anyway. It's a single. But Russell, with not much speed, will hold it third. Holy cow, Rodney pitches not a good one there, but now the bases are loaded. And one swing at a bat can get the Cubs right back into this. And the batter is Contreras. Contreras is 1 for 3. He's got a double. And I think that's it for Rodney. That's going to be it for Fernando Rodney, as they're going to take him out of the game. He got off to a good start, but they're going to go to the bullpen for this one. And coming on to pitch for the Marlins is going to be David Phelps. 7 wins, 6 losses, 4 saves, a 2.28 ERA. Phelps' job just to try to get 1 out. So Phelps will now come on to pitch. He'll go up against Contreras. 6-0, 2 outs. Fans here at Wrigley suddenly got more interested in the ball game. But Contreras hits righties a little better, but they'll go with the righty on righty. Strategy rolls are off. Fans at Wrigley are cheering. Phelps with the pitch. Phelps, 2-2. Range play. Contreras. A 1-5 against the righty. That's a fly ball to left field. Going after it is Christian Yelich. He's got a beat on it. His range is a 4. And he won't get it. And that's going to be a base hit to left field for Contreras. He just hit it out of Yelich's reach. Russell will come in to score. Scherzer with 2 outs, base runner 4. Single to left, +1, a 1-5. Caesar will score, and he will. Fowler, base runner 4. He will take third. Contreras on it first. It's 6-2. And the Cubs are on the board. Big time 2 RBI single by Contreras. Just hits it right out of Yelich's reach. Now the batter is Rizzo with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Do you have all players available to play in a given game, or do you only use who is available? I only use and you can take your double. You know what you can do with your double switch, right, Brian B? All are available. Okay, concerning what the Action PC Baseball game. I use Action PC Baseball to get the rosters, that day's roster for the game about to play. All right, and that's who's available. So yeah, if they're on the roster for that game, they can be used. Fowler on at third, Contreras on at first. There's Rizzo, and now it's 6-2 as the Cubs now trying to get back into this. Tying run is now on deck. Strategy rolls are still off. Phelps will pitch to Rizzo. Rizzo looking for a hit. He's 0 for 3. Phelps, 6-4. And that is a home run chance. Lefty, 1-12. The 18 is too high. Rizzo, 4-6. But it doesn't matter. Rizzo's going to smack a double into left field. Fowler will come in to score. Contreras, a base runner 3 with 2 outs. Double to left, though, -1. A 1 or 2, he will score. He won't. He'll hold it third. Rizzo will hold at second base. It's 6-3. And the Cubs have cut it in half. And now the batter is Zobrist. Zobrist is 1 for 3. And right now, Marlin bullpen is pretty much imploding here. And now it's a 6-3 game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Zobrist is 1 for 3. Tying run at the plate. Phelps will continue to pitch. Strategy rolls are back on. And nothing on the 18. Zobrist is not bunting. Phelps will go ahead, and he will deal. Phelps, 5-5, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will retire the side. 3 runs on 4 hits. And actually the Marlins pitching strikes out the side, but not until the Cubs cut the lead in half, 6-3 after 7. Top of the 8th coming up. Christian Yelich leads off for the Marlins. He's 0 for 3. Cubs need a pitcher, a lefty and 2 righties coming up. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs, Rondon is actually, who's the closer? Rondon or is it Chapman? I'm gonna go Rondon. Coming on to pitch for this game will be Hector Rondon. 2 wins, 3 losses, 18 saves, a 3.53 ERA. Rondon will now be the 3rd Cubs pitcher. And Christian Yelich leads off for the Marlins. And if you're wondering, yes, Aroldis Chapman is now on the Cubs from the Yankees in 2016. Rondon will now pitch. Rondon, 6'5", range play. Yelich, 5'5", ground ball to first, hit to Rizzo. He was excellent. His range is a 5. That's a 1. He makes the play with his eyes closed. Rondon comes over, and Rizzo will toss it to him for the out. 1 away. Here comes Stanton. Stanton is 0 for 3. Rondon, he'll go ahead and pitch. Rondon, 6'5", another range play. Stanton, 1-5. That's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Jason Hayward. He's excellent. His range is a 5. That's a 3. He'll make the catch. 2 down. Batter now is Ozuna. Ozuna 2 for 3, a single and a double. Rondon, he'll go ahead and pitch. 5-4, strikeout plus 15, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Marlins. Nice job by Rondon. He may be called upon to pitch the ninth. We'll see, but we're going to the bottom of the eighth. Leading off for the Cubs will be Jason Hayward. He is 0 for 3. Phelps is not tired yet. And they're going to, I think the Marlins, I don't think they don't have any more lefties in the bullpen. They're going to let Phelps pitch. You got to save Ramos for the ninth. He will be tired after Hayward. So David Phelps will stay on the mound for the Marlins here in the bottom of the eighth for now. Phelps, 6-1, strikeout plus. Good choice. Got him, struck him out. Another strikeout for pitching in this ball game, one away. Batter up now is Russell. Phelps is tired. He says he can go. Phelps will look in on Russell. Fans here at Wrigley hoping the Cubs can come through with a big comeback. Phelps, 4-5, strikeout plus 20. Yes, he got him, struck him out. A 20, a 9 plus 3 is a 12, but a strikeout plus will make him a 22, and he gets Russell. Russell can't believe he swung at that, and that is out number 2. And now the batter will be Coghlan. Coghlan is 0 for 3. 2 outs, 6-3 Fish. Phelps, 6-6, strikeout 16. Now that just misses. Coghlan, 2-1. That's a grounder to short. Up with it easily as Hechavarria. He will grab it, toss it over, and retire the side. Nice job by Phelps. And 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. 6-3 after 8. We will go to the top of the ninth. 6-3 Fish. Leading off for the Marlins will be Derek Dietrich, and he is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. And they have a lefty and 2 righties coming up. Rondon is not tired. They're going to let him pitch here. They're going to let him pitch, at least for now. He will be tired after Dietrich. So Rondon, he will go ahead and he will pitch. Rondon, 3-3, error on a throw. Dietrich, 6-3. Nope, no throwing error because that's a fly ball to left field. And it will be Coghlan coming there to get it, 1 out. Rondon is now tired. He says he can pitch. Up next is Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3. Rondon with the pitch. 2-5. That's a pitcher result, and that 10 is going to be too high. Johnson, 5-1, and that is a fly ball to right as right. And Jason Hayward will come under that one and get it. Next up is Hechavarria. Good night, 1 for 3, but that one was a big-time bomb. A 3-run bomb by Hechavarria, and pretty much the Marlins really haven't looked back much. Rondon, he'll go ahead and pitch. Rondon, 2-5. That's a pitcher result. That'll take him out of the game. Against the righty, a 1-2 is an out. The 6 is too high. Hechavarria, 1-5. It won't matter. It's a ground ball to short. Hit the Russell. Russell will take care of it and throw it over and retire the side. So Rondon coming out of the game anyway, but that was the final out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. But will we see some ninth inning magic? David Phelps coming out of the game. Marlins will bring in the closer, and that is A.J. Ramos. 1 win, 4 losses, 40 saves, a 2.81 ERA. Ramos is the closer for this game, and he will come on to pitch. Javier Baez will lead off for the Cubs. He is 0 for 3. He has struck out all 3 times. 6-3 Fish. Ramos trying to give the Marlins a big win. Ramos, 5-6, blank. Baez, 1-1. That's a fly ball to left field. And Yelich will track that down with no problem, one away. Pinch hitter coming in for Hector Rondon, as that will be it for him. And coming on to pinch hit for the Cubs is going to be Miguel Montero, 216 average, 8 homers, 33 RBIs. Montero will come on to pinch hit for the pitcher as Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Wrigley Field. Check out his amazing 1975 NBC Game of the Week. I am so happy to be watching that every week that he does it. Dave at Baseball Demos is a complete, absolute opposite contrast to me. Where I get so excitable and everything, Dave is just so friggin' laid back. If you watch one of my games and then you switch to him, or if you watch one of his games and then you switch to me, it really doesn't get any better than that. He is just so laid back. I just love the way he does it. Ramos with the pitch. Ramos, 3-3, wild pitch, ball 1. Ramos will do it again. 3-4, strikeout. The 18 is high. Montero, 1-5, that's a base hit. He'll hit it past second base. A pitch hit single from Montero, and the game will continue. So Montero will get to first. The next batter is Fowler. If you're not thinking the Cubs don't have lineup power to win a game, they certainly do. Fowler is 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. Infield is at double play depth, but the strategy rolls are off. Ramos coming in there to get the deal. Marlins trying to get their 60th win of the 2016 season. Ramos, 3-5, possible error. Fowler, 4-3. That ball is hit to right field. That is a 5 against the righty. That's going to be a single into right field. Right fielder Stanton has an error rating of 3. And he won't make an error. It'll be normal base running advancement. So it is a single. It's a single to right. Montero, however, is absolute mud, and he will hold at second base. He has no chance to get to third because his base running rating is a 1, and a single to left is a -2. I'm sorry, say single to right or single to left. That was a single to right, wasn't it? My bad. Single to right would be a +3. So a 1-4, Montero will get to third, and he will. Fowler, base running rating of 4, and he'll take second. My bad. That was a single to right. Montero will get to third base. Fowler goes to second. Cubs ain't done yet. That will turn into a double for Fowler. And now the very dangerous Contreras. Contreras is 2 for 4, a single and a double. The tying run is now at the plate. They're going to go talk to Ramos on the mound here saying, come on, we got to get it done. Let's finish this game off. They're going to keep the infield. They're going to call the infield back, figuring the runner on third does not mean anything, and it doesn't. They're just trying to get outs. So 6-3, the infield will play back. And the throw will probably go to first. After further review, it's Steve Tower joins us here at Wrigley Field. Greeting, from Seabrook, South Carolina. How about that? Check out that amazing channel as always. Montero on at third, Fowler on at second. Ramos trying to close this game. Marlins have a 6-3 lead. Contreras now at the plate. Strategy rolls are still off. Ramos, 1-6, walk plus 16. The bases are loaded. The bases are loaded on a walk to Contreras, and the batter is Anthony Rizzo. And if Ramos makes a mistake to him, this ball game will be over. Rizzo is 1 for 4. Now they'll move to double play depth to try to end the game. Ramos is tired now. Yes, he is. Ramos is tired. They're going to let him pitch. You're the closer. You win or you lose this game. They're going to go with Ramos. because it really doesn't matter who's on the mound if a home run is made. Plus, Ramos does not give up any homers, at least on the question mark, to lefties. So you let Ramos pitch. Ramos is tired, but he is going to pitch to Rizzo. Fans here at Wrigley Field just got very excited. The infield is now a double play depth. Marlins trying to hold on a 6-3 lead. Fans are loud. Strategy rolls are still off. Here comes the pitch. 3-4. Strikeout 18. That is going to miss. Rizzo will swing. Rizzo 6-3, and it's a ground ball to first. Ground ball to first. 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot is Hechavarria, and his pivot rating is a 0. A 1 or a 2, this ball game is over. It's a 3. The throw goes to second to get Contreras. His base running rating is a 2. That's a 3. So the throw goes to second to get Contreras. He is out. Montero does come in to score. Runners do move up. Rizzo safe at first at 6-4. So a fielder's choice allows Montero to score. Fowler will go to third. And now the last chance is Zobrist. Ben Zobrist is 1 for 4, but now it's 6-4, and there are 2 outs. They at least got the out. They at least do get the out. So, Ramos, they go talk to Ramos on the mound, and the question is, they're going to let him pitch to Zobrist, and Ramos says, yeah, I can do it. So Ramos is going to stay on the mound and try to get this out. But now there are 2 outs. 6-4 Fish. Zobrist is 1 for 4. He will bat. Ramos sticking with it. He says, I can do it. He says, I can do it. Fans here at Wrigley Field hoping he doesn't do it. Mets fans hoping he doesn't do it because the Mets are trailing the Marlins right now in the division. Fowler at third. Rizzo at first. Ramos sets up. Strategy rolls are still off. Ramos will pitch. Ramos, 1-2. Home run chance. Switch left, though. A 0. Not happening. Not happening. But Zobrist does get to swing. 5-1, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to first. Getting over there is Johnson. He'll take it. He has it. Runs to the bag. Jumps on the bag. That's your game. Marlins will hold off the Cubs tonight. 6-4. Stadium groans. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. As they go ahead and get it done, the Marlins will hold off the Cubs 6-4 tonight in a pretty good matchup here at Wrigley Field. Good win for the Fish, and the Fish will now go to 60-47. The Cubs drop to 68-38. And the Marlins right now holding on to second place in the NL East pretty strongly. They have a 4-game lead on the Mets. Marlins still trailing the Nats. I don't think they're going to catch the Nationals. But it's a nice win for the Marlins to win a game that they historically lost. And that is a good win for the Fish. Final line score coming up. For the Marlins, 6 runs on 6 hits and no errors. For the Cubs, 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, even though he got ejected, Jose Fernandez. He'll go ahead and get the win. And it will be Jason Hammel picking up the loss. Barraclaw, Rodney, and Phelps will get some holds. And A.J. Ramos will pick up the save. We are not done yet. 10-minute ticker coming right up. friggin' COVID, guys, I tell you. I woke up this morning. I did, and I did not feel any better. As a matter of fact, I felt worse. I don't know why, but I did not feel any better at all. I actually felt worse. I'm feeling a little better today, but still, this COVID, this go around with COVID is really doing a number. This is not the same. This isn't the same thing that happened when I had COVID. When I got it last February. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Marlins will go ahead and beat the Cubs today. Let's see how the rest of the majors turns out as we now officially begin the month of August. August 2nd, Athletics and the Angels. A's 6-11, that will be 0. Angels 8-14, and that's 1, and that'll be a win for the Halos. Rangers and the Orioles, big series. Rangers 9-45, that is 5. Orioles 8-43, and that's 4. That is a win for the Rangers. Minnesota and the Indians. Twins 8-21, that is 2. Cleveland 15-53 at 7, and the Indians, all they do is win ball games. White Sox and the Tigers. The Tigers really are the only, all Detroit really has to do is finish above 500, and they should get in. White Sox 14-25, and that is 4. Tigers 16-11, that is 1. That is a win for the White Sox, though. Toronto and the Astros. Blue Jays 6-64, and that is 7. Astros 11-35, and that is 4. The Blue Jays win the Astros. The Astros have been slumping a little bit lately. Red Sox and the Mariners, big series between those two still going on. Red Sox 15-15, that's 3. Mariners 9-46, and that is 5. That's a win for the M's. There'll now be a full game and a half on the Stros in the AL West. Boston continues to stay with Baltimore and Toronto, the top 3 in the AL East. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Royals 7-42, and that is 4. Rays 8-63, that's 7. A win for TB. Nationals and the Diamondbacks. Nationals 15-43, and that is 6. Diamondbacks 6-41, that's 4, and that's a win for the Nats. Pirates and the Braves. Pirates would like to get at least one game closer to the Cubs. Pirates 10-15, that's 2. Atlanta 8-25, and that's 3. And that's a win for the Bravos. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals barely holding on for dear life. Cardinals 10-52, that's 6. Reds 10-52, that is 6 also, and we have extras. Cardinals roll a 5, -1 is 4. Reds roll a 5 plus 0, and that game will belong to the Reds. Dodgers and the Rockies. Dodgers 13-13, that is 2. Rockies 13-45, and that is 6. That's a win for the Rockies. Yankees and the Mets. I wanted to do one of these games, but the Yankees are not figuring in the postseason, so I cannot do a Yankees-Mets matchup, at least for the 2016 year. Big game for the Mets with the Marlins winning. Yankees 4-6, and they're not going to win this one either. 4-63, and that is 6. Mets 3-11, that is 0, and the Yankees will beat the Mets again. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 15-14, and that is 2. Phillies 121, and that is 1, and that's a win for the G-Men. Brewers and the Padres. Brewers 13-42, and that is 5. Padres 6-16, and that is 1. That's a good win for the Brewers as they move up a little bit. August 3rd, Oakland and the Angels. Athletics 9-62, 7 runs. Angels 9-65, 9 runs. The Angels will win that. Rangers and the Orioles. Rangers 752, and that is 5. Orioles 865, that is 8. That's a win for the O's. Minnesota at Cleveland. Minnesota 1024, that is 3. Indians 1921, and that's 4. And all the Indians do is win ball games. White Sox and the Tigers. White Sox 436, and that is 3. Tigers 622, and that is 2. Another bad loss for Detroit to a White Sox team that right now is out of it. Toronto and the Astros. Blue Jays 1063, and that is 8. Astros 665, and that is 8. They will tie. Big extra inning coming up. Toronto rolls a 4, -1 is 3. Astros roll a 1, +1 is 2. That won't be enough. The Blue Jays will beat the Astros again. Yankees and the Mets. Yankees 856, and that is 6. Mets 564, and that is 7. And wait a minute, my bad. I said, what's it, Yankees, and I said Mets. My bad. Let's do that again. Mets 856, that is 6. Yankees 564, that is 7. That is a win for the Yankees, not the Mets. Another disaster. Boston at Seattle. Red Sox 1445, and that is 6. Mariners 752, and that is 5. That is a win for the Bo Sox. Royals and the Rays. Royals 556, and that is 5. Tampa Bay 1156, and that is 7. And that's a win for the Rays. Nationals and the Diamondbacks. Nationals 2041, that's 6. Diamondbacks 663, and that's 7. That's a win for the D-backs. Pirates and the Braves. Pirates 1653 and 7 runs. Atlanta 1225, 3 runs. That's a win for the Bucks. Marlins and the Cubs. Marlins 443, and that is 3. Cubs 1156, and that is 7. The Cubs will get that win. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 2452 and 9 runs. Reds 1211, that's 0. That's another win. That's a win for the Redbirds. Dodgers and the Rockies. Dodgers 916, that's 2. Rockies 1514, and that is also 2. They will have extras. Dodgers roll a 2 +0. Rockies roll a 5, -2 is 3, and that will be a win for the Rockies. Giants and the Phillies. Giants trying to catch the Dodgers. Giants 2056, and that is 9. Phillies 044, and that is 3, and that's a win for the Giants. Milwaukee at the Padres. Brewers 1333, and that's 4. Padres 312, that is 0. And another win for the Brew Crew. On to August 4th. Oakland at the Angels. Oakland 325, and that's 2. Angels 1443, 6. That's a win for the Halos. Rangers at the Orioles. We have the Rangers at the Astros tomorrow night. Texas 1312, that's 1. Orioles 12-13, that's 2. And the Orioles will beat the Rangers. Minnesota and the Tribe. Twins 10-61, and that's 7. Indians 16-55, and that is 8. And another win for the Tribe. White Sox and Detroit. White Sox 11-45, and that is 5. Tigers 5-66, that's 9, and the Tigers will get a win there. Toronto at the Astros. Astros sliding a bit. Blue Jays 11-31, and that is 4. Astros 5-25, and that is 2. And the Blue Jays will beat the Astros 3 times tonight. Mets and the Yankees. Mets 845, and that is 5. Yankees 621, and that is 2. And my Mets finally get a happy recap over the Pinstripes. Boston at Seattle, as Philip Reynolds joins us here for FastScore Baseball. Boston 1254, and that is 7. Mariners 1044, that's 5. That is a win for the Red Sox. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Royals 1054, that is 6. Rays 512, that's 0, a win for the Royals. Pirates and the Braves. Pirates 1344, and that's 6. Atlanta 1133, that is 4. That's a win for the Bucks. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 1263, that is 8. Reds 1132, that's 4, and the Redbirds will beat the Reds. Dodgers and the Rockies. Dodgers 1116, and that is 2. Rockies 953, and that is 6. The Dodgers are sliding a little bit there. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 1034, and that is 4. Phillies 433, and that is 3. And that is a win for the Giants. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be August 5th. We will be at the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park, as the Texas Rangers will take on the Houston Astros. Martin Perez will go for the Rangers, and Dallas Keuchel will go for the Astros. Very important series out there between those two. The Rangers lead the AL West. Houston is in 3rd. They got to catch up a little bit. They've been sliding. A big matchup tomorrow night on the board. Rangers and Astros. Perez and Keuchel. Be there or be square. Brian Patterson, Chuck Rawlings, Philip Reynolds, Steve Tower, Clee Baseball Fan, Baseball with the Demos, Brian B., Michael Silva, Ryan Sullivan, David Vega, Keith W. Long Underdue, or Keith White, and let's see here, and Woodman 564, and Thomas Bartlett. I think I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the X-ray machines. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Marlins will get the win over the Cubs tonight, 6-4. Good win for the Fish, and they're looking pretty good. Tight races still in a lot of the divisions. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. See you then.